Hello, I'm David Chaston with 989, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. When news the next stage of winding back QE is about to start. The Federal Reserve could begin shrinking its $4.5 trillion balance sheet as soon as this year, earlier than most economists expect. New York Fed President William Dudley gave the signal over the weekend in the central bank's most definitive comments on the question that looms over financial markets. They are zeroing in on a strategy to begin winding down their portfolio of mortgage and treasury securities as part of a broader effort to drain reserves and reservoirs of stimulus out of the US and the world financial markets. The tap may have been turned off in October 2014, but all that QE is still out there. The job of withdrawing it will not come without its own pressures. Inflation in the US is now back over 2%. The latest release of the Personal Consumption Index, or PCE, preferred by the Fed, pegs it at 2.1%. Also revealed in this release was the personal savings rate of 5.6%. Consumer sentiment about their economy remained high in March, mainly because of higher incomes and favourable job prospects. But it was also held up by a view that lower economic growth is the new normal. China's official PMI were released over the weekend and both rose in March. The factory one is at its highest in over a year, and the services one is on a similar trend, but even higher. And Chinese companies are struggling to get money out of the country for their acquisition sprees, so they are off turning to raising it offshore. Chinese firms have issued more than $50 billion worth of US dollar bonds in the last 90 days, up sharply from last year. In Europe, Brexit is about to get very messy. The EU has restated its formal position that divorce must be completed with Britain before any negotiations of new trading arrangements with the bloc can be started. They said Britain must pay all its bills and protect millions of Europeans living in Britain before reaching a new trading relationship. They warned that the negotiations could be confrontational. And Credit Suisse, the second largest Swiss wealth manager, faces a sweeping tax evasion and money laundering investigation spanning 5 countries and potentially involving thousands of account holders. Investigators in the Netherlands arrested 2 people. Criminal investigations are also underway in Australia, Germany, the UK and France, and the roles of bank employees are part of the inquiries. Australia's Serious Financial Crime Task Force said it had identified 346 of its citizens with links to Swiss banking relationship managers alleged to have actively promoted and facilitated tax evasion schemes. No word yet on any Kiwis being caught up in this. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield will open lower today at 2.39%. Oil prices are up slightly at just over $50.50 for the US benchmark, while the Brent benchmark is just over $53.50 a barrel. The gold price is higher too, up $3 to $1,247 an ounce. And the New Zealand dollar starts today just a little lower at 70 US cents. On the cross rates, the Kiwi dollar is at 91.8 Aussie cents, and against the euro at 65.8 euro cents. The TWI is now at 75.2. I'm David Chaston. That was 989, brought to you by interest.co.nz.